Hello my dears and welcome back to the channel. There is a massive difference between a weekend hobbyist buying a storage unit for fun and a professional walking into a unit with a completely different set of eyes. Amateurs look for shiny things and loose cash. Professionals look for serial numbers, industrial part numbers, and brand names that most people have never ever heard of. Meet Mike and Sarah. They are a definition of a professional team. Mike owns a commercial construction firm. He can spot the difference between a cheap home repair drill and a massive industrial grade beast from a mile away. Sarah is a senior business analyst specializing in asset liquidations. She knows exactly how to track down a serial number, authenticate a document, and navigate closed-door auctions where the real money changes hands. Their latest massive win started with a terrible, blurry photo on an online auction site. Most buyers skipped right past the listing because it just looked like a pile of dark, heavy plastic tots. But Mike paused the screen and pointed to very bottom left corner of the photo. Barely visible in the shadows was the unmistakable rugged handle of a genuine Pelican case. Pelican makes some of the most expensive indestructible protective cases in the world. As Mike told Sarah, nobody keeps cheap garbage inside a $500 case. They placed a strategic bid and won the entire unit for the ridiculous low $277. These men should be really smart because, seriously, nobody will put garbage inside that expensive suitcase. When they arrived at the facility and rolled up the metal door, they didn't find dirty mattresses or broken furniture. They found a surgically clean, highly organized professional workspace. The front half of the unit was a high-end mobile car detailing studio. Sarah started pulling out equipment that made the amateur buyers look foolish. There were commercial steam cleaners and a row of Italian-made Rub's dual-action polishers, which easily retail for $400 to $600 apiece. Sitting perfectly organized in a plastic bin weren't bottles of cheap car wash soap, but dozens of sealed, professional-grade ceramic coating vials. At over $100 per tiny bottle, Sarah calculated they had hit $2,500 in pure profit before they even stepped 3 feet into the room. These people are really smart. I mean, at first he noticed something on the photo, then the woman, like wife, she calculated everything straight away. So they already know what they are earning on all of this. And we still don't know what all of this, we just know some of, findings. But the real technological goldmine was waiting in the middle of the unit. Mike dragged a heavy, bizarre-looking piece of metal into the sunlight. To the untrained eye, it looked like a piece of spaceship engine, but Mike smiled. It was a Yamada NDP-20, a massive, high-pressure diaphragm pump. Mike pulled out his phone and pulled up the industrial supply database. A brand new cost $2,800. Even on the used market, it was fast sale at $1,050. As he moved the moving blankets aside, he found a second identical pump along with a stack of brand new factory repair kits in their original boxes. Just like that, they added another $4,000 to the tally. Wow, this is really so impressive. The aesthetics climax of the unit, however, was hiding in 3 heavy wooden crates stamped with the world's African eye collection. Sarah carefully pried the lid off the first crate. This wasn't a box of cheap tourist souvenirs from a big box store. Inside, carefully wrapped in acid-free archival paper, were stunning, hand-carved ebony wood figurines and traditional ceremonial masks from Ghana. At the bottom of the crate, Sarah found the golden ticket and a thick, glossy exhibition catalog from a private gallery. The previous owner wasn't a tourist. They were a high-end dealer of authentic tribal art. This should be really expensive. Sarah put on cotton gloves and pulled out one specific deeply carved wooden mask. She cross-referenced the gallery catalog with the recent high-end auction results. It was a direct match to a piece sold at Sotheby's the previous year, complete with the signed certificate of authenticity resting right beneath it. She looked at Mike, completely stunned. For the right gallery buyer, the single collection was worth anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000. The final mystery of the unit was sitting in the very back corner, a standard white kitchen refrigerator secured with a heavy steel padlock. It seemed completely out of place. Mike grabbed his bolt cutters and snapped the lock. He swung the heavy door open. There was no food inside. The previous owner had brilliantly used the insulated, airtight seal of the unplugged refrigerator as a makeshift climate-controlled vault for their media business. Wrapped in protective film on the glass shelves were incredibly expensive Z cinema lenses and a professional camera rig. Sitting right next to the fridge was a heavy Craftsman safe. When they finally cracked it open, Mike didn't just find tools to flip, he found a massive collection of brand new heavy-duty pneumatic impact wrenches for commercial diesel trucks. Instead of selling them, Mike loaded them straight into his own truck, instantly saving his construction firm thousands of dollars in new equipment costs. That's a perfect situation, I think so. As the sun started to set, Mike and Sarah stood at the back of their pickup truck, staring at the literal mountain of high-end professional assets. They didn't just look happy, they looked like two people who had just broken the bank at a casino. I think this is one of the most expensive finds that I've ever read in my channel, on my channel. And I'm just really excited about what other stories will bring to us in the future. But this is so far one of the best, I guess, in terms of money, you know? Let's move on. Sarah tallied up the final numbers on her clipboard, and initial investment was $277. Total market value is $22,500. And net profit is over $20,000 for a single Saturday afternoon. Impressive. I have nothing to add. Sarah leaned against the truck and laughed. This is exactly why we play the game. Mike, we just bought a first-class ticket for $277. Mike tossed his work gloves into the front seat and smiled. Get your passport ready. That Yamada Palm just paid for our vacation to Greece, and those Ghana masks just put the down payment on your new Range Rover. That's the most pleasant words that anyone can hear. Sometimes the biggest jackpots aren't hidden inside buried treasure chests. They're hidden in the heavy industrial tools and the archival boxes that everyone else is too lazy to research. That's the story. Please, guys, share in the comments your thoughts, your impression, and your emotions about the story. Do you think it's something real that people really can find in the storage units? And if you have your own story to share, please do. And looking forward for you to give me some thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and see you next time. Bye.